everyone, and welcome to Stillwater. Let's just begin. This is like a mystery game, detective game. Yeah, let's just get into it. Oh, wait, features. Warning, shaking scream, abrupt sounds, minor jump scares, mentions of suicide. So if you're not like that, guys, please leave. I don't know if I'm gonna be okay with jump scares, but alright. Stillwater. Let us break room. Oh, achievements. Achievements. Okay, we'll look at that afterwards. Okay, that seems good. Okay. This is a book of fiction. The resemblance to any real-life people is purely coincidental. The scheme contains depictions of horror, mature themes, violence, and strong language. Viewer discretion is advised. I'm sorry, but I can't stay here anymore, Nina. Okay, achievement locked, really? What achievement? Alright. I feel like I'm going crazy. Calm down, if you just talk it out. So many strange things keep happening one after another. Every day, there is this damn dripping sound. I thought it was just something leaking at first, but I checked every faucet, every ceiling, everything, and still I hear it everywhere. It's constantly echoing in my ears. Please listen to me. Oh, but the water, that damn water. Water? It's just everywhere, pools of it all over the house, and every time I try to mop it up, another will appear. Whoa, what the fuck? There's no end to it, but it's at night. It's at night when it comes. What are you talking about? There's someone or something walking down the hallways at night. Maybe it's just my grandfather. No, Nina, it's not him. I thought it was, but it's not. But I've seen it, that thing. Huh? I looked upstairs at once, but more than said that thing was not your grandfather. Ever since that night, I would lock my door and pray or walk past my room. I don't know what's happening, but I swear it just keeps walking, always walking on pools of water. Sometimes I hear them randomly. Their steps are erratic and faint, but I can still hear them. Just a steady pace up and down the halls. But I think recently it's no longer like that. What do you mean? Every morning I follow to see where the wet footprints lead. And it walks towards something more clearly than before. It will walk down the halls, climb the stairs, and turn corners. All of it I follow. Eventually the trail will come to a stop. And it will stop right by your grandfather's room. His room? If there's some sick joke to scare me away, then please stop. It's not a joke, Nina. I mean it when I said there was something wicked going on in this house. That can't be true. I know this is a lot, but you have to believe me. I can't stay any longer. I'm sorry, Nina. It's okay, I understand. Thank you for taking care of my grandfather up until now. And I'm sorry for all the stress I've caused you. I'm sure to pay you right away as soon as Nina, listen to me. I don't know what's happening around here, but... The woman constantly looks around, turning her head constantly back and forth, looking over her shoulder to find, if any, of us listening in. She grips the phone so close to her ear with a vice-like grip, before speaking again in a hushed tone. Something terrible is lurking in this house. I don't know where it is, but please, as soon as you get back, take your grandfather and just leave this place. Leave? I can't just leave everything behind. I've nowhere else to go. Please, Nina, this place is not safe. The rumors are true. The curse is real. My family is not cursed. But Nina, I just rate you and your family well. Enough! A pause. Cold and sharp tenseness, strains the cold as both women, exhausted and stressed beyond their comfort, try to stifle their growing frustrations towards one another, neither yielding to one other's thoughts, only leaving anger and hurt to fester through silence. Although it feels like a suffocating stillness, Nina finally sighs heavily and responds bluntly to caretaker. Look, I don't know what you heard or saw, but I can't just leave things like this. Whoever or whatever they are, they will answer to me. I will let them have their way. I'll have time wasting my energy on this stupid curse. So, if you can't help me, then so be it. I'll find the way. Nina. My grandfather is all I have left. He is all I have left. Silence. Dinner, 7 AM. Oh, what? Oh, diner, fuck. And in the fucking morning, there sits a man by the corner booth. He drinks black coffee and, depending on his mood, occasionally orders a donut. And today it was just black coffee. I swear, I've seen that amount of paperwork. I've never seen that amount of paperwork in my life. A freaking mountain worth of it. You have outbought me on a bit of team, Hugo. My foot. I'm sorry to believe that I was bamboozled to join that agency. Ugh. Hugo Laurent, age 30, takes a good look at this cup of joe and chugs it all in one sitting. He then continues to grumble to himself about last night's grueling work at the office. I really need to find a different job. As he contemplates his poor life choices, he looks out towards the early mist. There's something inherently terrifying about the fog to him, how it engulfs everything on earthing. If it disappears or it leaves behind traces, with it remaining. Even in a great little town like this, I can't even run away from my feet, I guess. Hugo finally stares at the compiled newspaper clippings he put together. Some of them have from recent events, but mainly all were past headlines of missing person cases. No matter how many times I see this, it's just It's just as hard as to look at. Fixing a case after case. He can't help but remind himself there is a reason for all of this. All too personal reason. Seeing strange things becomes the price. In the end, I'm doing this to myself. Sounds rough. I join the queue. Tagalog! Mind if I join queue? I'm annoying familiar. Oh, there's music. Annoying familiar voice interrupts the train of thought. He slowly looks up to see the one responsible, although reluctantly. Good morning, Hugo. Hugo scowls and turns away from him. He then gathers the files and shoves it back into the binder. The tall man takes his initiative and sits at the opposite end of the booth. He gives the waitress passing by and orders himself the hefty body breakfast special with an extra plate. As usual, the waitress is happy to oblige and goes to the counter to relay his order. The man then looks back at Hugo. He sees the empty cup and the now jumbled newspaper clippings. All the while, Hugo is trying to ignore him. You really should eat something with that black coffee. Not ordering any dinner today? I'm fine, Noah. I'm just not in the mood today. Oh, I'm not just in the- I'm just not in the mood, okay? Not even a little. There's a momentary silence between them before Noah deserves it one more. Oh, too bad for you. I'll have a big breakfast for the two of us. Two? As if the world could grace Noah with even more perfect punchline, the food arrives. Why the hell did you order for the two of us? And just eat what you want to eat. Don't worry about me. Wow. Wait, watch self cannot. Okay. Makang Masarap. My British accent can't. Makang Masarap. There you go. Why are you even listening to me? We love Filipinos. Come on, we both know that if you don't eat now, who knows when you will. I'm not about to let you faint again. So, it'll be right. No, De Leon. De Leon? Age 27, a natural born charmer, is also the only person in the world who lovingly threatens to eat every day. With a pensive look, Hugo finally gives in and eats a generous spoonful of further complaints. It's good. You're right. Good food will always help you get always cheer you up. Damn him, I got swept away again. Oh, by the way, the chef will be out for a business trip. She went there will be for a couple of days. When did she tell you this? I didn't hear anything about it. Yesterday, I think? Yesterday? She told me to sort out the cabinets yesterday. She didn't mention anything about a business trip. I guess it was a pretty sudden one. Well, I mean, she did tell me to tell you. And lucky me, I know where you go every morning. You know what? I'm not surprised anymore. Well, what do you want to do? We technically have the day off. Well, I'm gonna head back to the office. There's a couple of boxes I didn't get to sort out. In that case, I'll come with you. Why? You could just rest for the day. And pass up this opportunity to get you to get to know you better, yeah? Quit it. After licensing banter, the two of them finish their breakfast, pay for their meals, and head to Hugo's car. As Noah opens the door to the passenger seat, he notices a bloodhound sleeping inside. A bloodhound? The big dog stares at the sun of the car opening and Lacey stares at Noah. Ah, I'm sorry, big guy. Then closes the door while trying to not make too much noise to disturb his occupant. Colby. As Son understands that his heavy-lidded eyes slowly peek to see who calls for him. His one and only partner, his human. After finally realizing who he is and where he is, the old bloodhound stirs up from his sleep, pounces at Hugo, and proceeds to rag his tail uncontrollably. Bark. I can't bark. Good morning, Colby. Good morning again, Colby. Have a nice nap. Aww. Colby, 8 years old, Hugo's most faithful and loving partner in crime, has the biggest tendency to just sleep all over the place. Noah, who is witnessing all of this from the back of the seat, chuckles to himself. He is amazed and slightly defeated at Hugo's sudden surge of energy. Doesn't matter how many times I try. When it comes to boosting up his mood, no one can beat Colby. You see, 7:50 a.m. Took me 15 minutes to get here. Okay. The few head back to the office. The space is just the same as Hugo left it. A decent, organized mess. To his credit, for the amount of boxes he painstakingly went through, he believes he did a fair job. Albeit it could have been better. Wow, you really did yourself, Hugo. It looks less crowded. Oh, shit, were you? I said I was going to get to it. Oh, thanks, boy. Before Hugo could continue to give deserved head pats, he notices someone. A woman starts timidly appearing outside from the storefront. She looks a bit frantic and even more restless with her disheveled and ill-fitting clothes, drawing emphasis to her already too visible petite frame. The woman tries to grasp the door handle several times but stops before he can touch it. Her brows furrow, agitated and distressed about something. So much to the point is preventing her from just simply reaching out for help. However, when she finally makes eye contact with Hugo, she immediately rushes in. I'm so sorry. I know the close sign is up, but I saw you come in and Are you alright, miss? I need your help. My grandfather, he... Before she can continue explaining, Noah swiftly cuts in front of Hugo and intervenes, all too practiced manner. It's okay, miss. We'll hear what you have to say. So please, why don't you sit over there? Noah gestures to one of the empty seats at the other side of the office. The poor woman hesitates for a moment. She clutches desperately to the strap of her purse, her eyes focusing apprehensively on them and addresses seat. After mulling over Noah's offer, she quickly glances back and nods. Noah then walks towards the corner of the room and sits at the edge of the sofa. Her pressure is very intense, giving no sign of comfort for even this brief moment of peace. Okay, we're cooked. Can you start off by telling us your name? I apologize for earlier. I'm usually a bit more composed than this, but I guess I'm feeling out that too. My name is Nina Mortimer. Mortimer, that is your last name is telling us some shit. Ah, hello, Miss Nina. My name is Noah de Leon. I am one of the assistants here. That big guy next to you is our other level assistant, Colby. And the other one brooding over there is Private Investigator Hugo Laurent. I'm not brooding, I'm just tired. Our chief is of your own business, but I think I can still accommodate you. So, how can I help, Miss Nina? For a moment, Nina appeared a little bit more lax, more hopeful, maybe even relieved from this warm welcome. However, she once again tenses up, the guilt and the shame rushing back to her, visible by the creases of her brow as she once again realized why she here. I need help watching over my grandfather tonight. Tonight? Yes, I know this is a strange request, but my hands are tied on this. It has to be tonight. I'm sorry, Miss Nina, I don't quite understand. Is your grandfather in any danger? I think someone's trying to take him away. Huh? Take him? Miss Nina, I think I should contact the police right away. They are far more equipped to handling this kind of situation. No, they're not. I've tried requesting their help, but they give me the same answer verbatim for weeks now. They'll send something out to watch over the manor for the entire day, but by the end of the routine, they will always report back nothing usual. They saw no one else leaving or arriving at the house other than me or the caretaker. Despite telling them all in detail about the letters and all the strange things that have been happening, there's nothing they can do about it. They just sit around until it escalates even more. I can't wait any longer. Anyone wanted this and it'll be all too late. If only I knew who Lewis was. Lewis? Stella gasped, and she to cover her mouth, realizing she had spread too much so carelessly. She tried to avert her gaze, but Hugo stares persistently at her. Miss Nina, who is Lewis? Are they the ones causing all this? Once more she contemplates. Her brows knit closely together, she bites her lips nervously. It's as if the words she wanted to say have suddenly died out, all too heavy to even utter. A mistake she can't take back. Before the silence stretches further, Noah speaks to Nina with a gentle, reassuring tone. Miss Nina, I know it's scary, but all the things you mentioned to us so far, no one should ever have to experience. Especially by themselves. And I assure you, we'll listen to all of it. I promise. Rather manic eyes search deeply at them, trying desperately to discuss any doubt of mistrust on their faces. However, all she sees are people who are willing to give the time to simply listen to her, to actually help her. With this alone, Nina looks to the side where her purse is and opens it. Takes a side from the pocket, she takes out a single slightly crumpled envelope with a pigmented red wax sealed pressed in the middle. At a glance, Hugo can tell right away that this letter appears to be a bit more worn out and antique. And yet, despite its delicate form, it remains well preserved and well kept. It's as if the letter itself was untouched by time, rather waiting to be opened. Grandfather has been receiving cryptic letters for the past month now. The letters didn't come with an address or the name of sender, but this one is different from the rest. This had the name Lewis on it. She hands over the letter. Hugo notices her hand is slightly shaking. This is still avoiding his gaze, but he knows she is trying in earnest. But before he can reach out his hand, he senses it. A face shift in the room, unnoticeable to the others, but all too glaringly clear to him. There is something very wrong with this letter. Suddenly, Hugo recalls his hand away in pain, like being struck with something sharp. So spontaneously, so memorable that even if the pain disappears within seconds, the hint of it remains. Something so small akin to a prick of a rose's thorn, or more like a papercut. Alright, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to hurt you. No, I'm fine, Miss Mortimer. It's not your fault. It's not your fault. Hugo stares squarely at the cut. A thin red line starts to form slowly by the top of the index finger, trailing down and stopping just before the first crease. A red so visible is taunting. That doesn't look like a normal paper cut to me. Let me get you a band-aid. It's fine, Noah. I don't need one. But really, it's fine. It doesn't hurt that much. Noah takes one good look at him before sighing exasperatingly and sitting back down on the chair, still eyeing on Hugo's hand. Hugo shrugs and returns his attention back to the letter, but this time, luckily, nothing happens. For to reach all the way down here with this letter alone is truly terrifying. Carefully removes the content of the envelope and unfolds it. At first, it looks like any normal written message. The person named Lewis is asking the other Henry to come meet him by the lake at midnight. He needs to share something important with him. However, what's really striking about this is not the letter itself. Here at the bottom of the page, a message scrawled, unlike the rest, stands visibly out to Hugo. A message that should not have been there. Remember our promise, Henry. When did you receive this letter? Yesterday. And your grandfather? Where is he now? He's currently back at the house with the caretaker. I promised him I wouldn't be out for too long. I made an agreement with them, you see. Oh, what sort of agreement? The caretaker will have now agreed to watch over my grandfather, but only during the day. Before nightfall, they will leave exactly at the same time. Before nightfall? I just believed this whole thing was a elaborate scheme to scare my family away. I know it sounds crazy, but at one point I thought everyone was in on it. The mail carriers, the officers, the caretakers. I would have a hand up making our family suffer, but this one is different. But so I've never heard anyone by that name. No, it's a family friend. Luckily, know who grandfather is. If I don't do something about this, I'll lose him too. Despite uttering the words alone, Nina begins to break down. The stress, the anxiety, the fatigue, all of it was finally catching up to her. Her brain hunches forward, her hands pressing close to her face. She tries to cover the stream of tears running down her face. Damn. The act of comfort, Colby sits closer to Nina while Nora fetches her tissues for her. Hugo, on the other hand, is puzzled. She said this whole thing has been going on for the past month, but something doesn't add up. And before nightfall, I feel there's more to this that she's not admitting. Whatever happened with the letter, I am more than certain. We're certain that whoever or whatever Lewis is, they're coming for blood. I feel like rejecting the case would make an ending, so let's reject the case. Sorry. Oh, let's save here. I love the way they did this. Save here. There you go. Let's reject the case. Hugo casts his face downward to stare directly at the ground in front of him, unable to look at Nina. The burden of solitude. Hugo knows it all too immediately. He suffers the same conflicts that weighs heavily on her mind. And yet, in spite of this, it is too much for him. Like walking along a tightrope in the dark, ground void and unclear, vast and empty and dark. So very, very dark. No. I can still do it. I can still do this. Before he can respond, a distant voice so charming, so terribly commanding, binds him at the spot. It's already too late for them, you know? Huh? No, not here. What the fuck? I don't know, but yeah, distinct pulsating sound, so rhythmic and in its tune, starts this maddening melody. From the top of his crown to down to the base of his skull, he feels it all present and daunting. Just let me go. Let me help you. No, I can't do it. If you just let me... Snake-like hands wrap around his head so closely, squeezing it over so tightly that he can't help but try to shut his eyes from the pain. Such a kind person you are, Hugo. Hugo tries to calm himself. He tries to remind himself to breathe. A sweet and beloved friend. To remember that there are other people that care for him. The joy and warmth of their company. I wish he could have done the same for me. To remember that he is here and present, that he is... useless. Huh? Hugo, hey, what's wrong? To get Hugo's coat, Noah tries to catch his attention but feels out something as he notices something amiss. Hugo? There's despondent look on Hugo's face, his eyes distinctly shrouded by a deep haze as if lost in them. Don't budge. No matter how many times Noah tried to tug or shake at me, he still won't respond. But for Hugo, he can still hear everything, like a paralysis he can't wake up from. He can't wake from. His body sits there, motionless and detached from everything. Desperate and concerned, Noah turns to Nina and ushers in a sincere apology. I'm sorry, Miss Nina, but I don't think we can help you at the moment. You'll just come back later, then we can... No, it's fine. There won't be a next time. Hugo reaches out her cold and blunt remark. No, wait, Miss Mortimer, please! Nina stands up with her body from her seat. She wipes away the tears and looks from her reddened face with the sleeves of her coat and looks down. Once more, her tense and cold front-like demeanor returns to the forefront, already trying to forget and move on. Without so much as a word, she slightly bows her head in towards them and walks out of the office, not once looking back, but then pulling strings. Let's look at the achievements. Oh, it's downward. Oh, okay. In the case, played Stillwater for the first time. This is so cool. I love how it has achievements. I love achievements in games. Let's take the case. Do you want more tissues? We'll do it. We'll take on your case. For a moment, everything goes still. The eyes and attention are solely directed at Hugo, whose eyes are still have a sudden glint to them, now unwavering and more determined than ever. Before anyone else speaks, Nina stands up. What the fuck? Wipes away any shade of tears from her face and walks up to him. You'll take it? Hugo simply nods. Thank you! Thank you! You know how much this means to me! We're glad to help, miss. Nina, please call me Nina. Well, Nina, we'll do our best. Nina smiles at Hugo and Noah in gratitude, her eyes renew with a faint gleam. I hope that maybe things will change for her and her family for the better. However, before heading out, Nina reaches into her bag once more. She takes a small piece of paper and pen and hastily starts jotting down something. I'll best be on my way now. I'll let grandfather know ahead of time that you're coming. 497, okay. Also, this is my dress. I'll be sure to greet you on when you arrive. And thank you again, truly. She really bows to them and walks out of the office, already reaching into her purse for her car keys. Hugo watches from his desk and as she goes to open the driver's seat. He looks back at the office window and takes one last look at Hugo. She looks slightly at him before finally pulling out the parking lot and driving off. Once outside, Hugo turns to look at his closest desk. So messy, but presentable. Oh, guess I'll have to sort these out later. Again. That's never gonna get sorted. Car, 5:30 p.m. From ongoing downpour to the quiet hums in the car, they sit in silence. Still miles off of the destination, Hugo constantly checks the rear view mirror to see any passing cars. There was only them on the road. Noah, who usually chats his ear off by now, leans quietly against the car door as he looks out at the passing streetlights, reserved in distance. This is the word to Hugo since he left the office. Hey, you're a lot quieter than usual. What's wrong? What a surprise. Have you been looking at me, Kia? No, you idiot. You just talk a lot, that's all. So, do you miss me talking? Just say it. Do you believe her story? What? Given all the things she's told us, do you think she's telling the truth? Yes, I believe her. Or at least, I believe she hasn't lied to us. But you know, I can't shake this feeling that she's hiding something. Like, if she left out season details on purpose. Also, why did she travel this far out of town for a private eye? Surely there must be another far closer to our home than ours. I just know how to explain it. I suspect it of you, Hugo. Are you making fun of me? No, I'm just admiring your observations. I didn't want to offend Nina earlier, so I kept quiet until she finished. But her last name caught me off guard. Literally, it's Mortimer, like Mort? Like, hello, Mortimer? Have you heard about the Mortimers? They're pretty distinguished family. Okay, never mind. It's a fishing company. I thought it's because it was a weird name, but whatever. They're an esteemed fishing company. Well, they used to, I believe. They have yet to name a heir. Oh, what do you mean? Should it naturally go to Nina? They should, but I don't know. Go ahead, each time they try to name a successor, that relative mysteriously disappears. Huh? Gone without a trace or so, anyone thought. Their bodies were turned up months after. It was strange. All of them have been labelled as accidents by local news. No foul play, just another unfortunate loss about the family. They've been stricken with so many tragedies that over time, people have begun to believe they were cursed or something. Cursed? I think I understand why she wouldn't go to the police again. They must have thought she was seeing things and went along with the procedure just to keep face. But deep down, they must have thought that she had gone mad. I can't imagine all of this for Nina. Must have, well, who knows what we'll find here. Is that why you decided to come for me? Well, partially. I'm worried about you, though. Me? Why? Think of it this way. I'm the appointed driver. When you decide to do some pretty reckless shit, how would I to drive you to the local hospital? Ugh. Besides, 2 is better than 1. Exactly. I was fine with Colby coming with me. Well, have you heard of the 3 is better than 2? Ugh. Aw, Colby's so cute. What's my estate, 6 p.m. Passing through countless dirt roads and steep cliffs, the estate can finally be seen beyond the evergreen. Nestled away from prying eyes, it stands tall, magnificent, and classic. Truly a rarity only afforded to the privileged. And yet, with all its opulence, it looms from the distance. Hugo and Noah can only gaze at the sheer scale of the manor. Its grand stature topples easily over the dozens of houses they drove past. Wow, look at the size of it. I could never imagine seeing a house like this in person. It's almost too surreal. Come on, she's waiting for us. Immediately after exiting the driver's seat, a sudden sharp pain raised heavily on Hugo's chest. Grasping tightly on his coat, he begins to gasp for air. His vision hazes as he leans closer to the car, trying desperately to ground himself. With a fistful out of sea, he desperately heaves. The air in his lungs escaping too quickly burns as he feels his throat start to strain, drawing tighter the more he breathes. But as pain pales in comparison to a feeling far more excruciating. Is it the house? No, something more sinister. He feels it. Someone is watching him. A piercing gaze fixed on him, like a leering at a bug waiting to strike. We'll be together soon, Henry. That's different. Okay. What the hell? Damn it already. I need to hurry or else. Hey, are you alright? Noah called out to him, snapping out of his fixed trance. Colby nudges his head against Hugo, riding with concern of his partner's well-being. Did you hear that just now? Hear what? That voice. It was so close to my ear, Is everything alright? Oh, I'm fine, don't mind me. I'm just a bit winded out from the trip, that's all. I'm happy to make you tea at the very least, if it's no trouble. No, not at all. It's the least I can do. It's getting a subtle uneasiness from Nina's surfaces. What the fuck? But before Hugo could get a chance to look further into it, she walked off towards the front porch without saying another word. Are you sure you're alright? You sound like you were choking earlier. I said I'm fine. Besides, we're already here. We can't back out now. Listen to me. I think you should. No, abruptly cut his lecture short as he noticed Nina stopping by the front door. She stood by the door silently, contemplating something. It's just like before, but this time she seems even more anxious. However unease she tried to mask earlier becomes more apparent the minute they walked closer to the front door. I haven't been quite honest with you, detective. Huh? Just like before, as she's carefully choosing her next words, she decides that in the situation was not enough. Just see for yourselves what you mean. And with that, Nina enters the house, leaving the 3 to follow behind. He goes about to enter the foyer when he feels a tug on his arm. Don't forget what I told you. If something happens, let me know right away. You'll be the first to know. With that, Noah releases his grip on Hugo. They proceed to head in, not knowing what awaits them beyond the door. Using a brightly lit hallway, Hugo noticed that immediately that the interior is just as grand. Adorned with floral accents and antique furnishings, the house itself exudes the word elegance. A classic and rustic charm for the walls, with the walls and floorings made of the finest wood. Hugo couldn't help but gape when he walked in. However, he noticed something more distinct than a splendid door. Behind a seemingly perfect veneer, an unsettling air reached throughout the house, leaving no room for doubt that the inside is far more terrifying than the outside. Please come this way. Raising themselves, they entered the dimly lit drawing room. At first glance, Hugo could not discern the silhouette situated at the far corner, and the sparse lighting from the window pierces through the fraction of the room's darkness. However, as they approached closer to the silhouette, Hugo now understands the reason for all of Nina's unsettled vagueness. Grandfather, you have a guess. Oh, you're not a grandfather. I was expecting a really old man with back problems. Sitting in the armchair is a very young man, not very much older than Hugo Laurent. He just modestly and shares none of the imposing presence of the manor. No, rather, such luxury does not even remotely reflect on the man before them at all. As if the flow of time had stopped only for him, or the rest had continued changing drastically about him. Just like the letter, timeless, delicate, and generally out of place. Staring out only at the window, the young man sits there dazed with little acknowledgement of the people around him. Still motionless, like a doll. Grandpa, these are the people I speak of. There's Detective Laurent and his two assistants, Colby and Noah. They go to help us. He was introducing them to the head of the Mortimer estate. Hugo and Noah could not help but feel unnerved. The man before them is supposed to be frail and older than any of them, and here he remains, forever unchanging, forever young. They've come a long way, so I'll be making some tea. Would you also like something, Grandpa? He didn't reply back, nor did he glance at Nina or anyone else in the room, or fixates his gaze at the rain and nothing else. I'll be sure to make you a cup for you two. She timidly gestures to Noah and Hugo and Noah back to the fire. Bearing more questions, the two followed Nina outside, but before they could leave the drawing room, Hugo takes one last look at the young man. There was an ultra-familiar air about Henry Mortimer. His eyes are similar to his own. Whatever he must be longing for, Hugo knows it will never end well. That's scary. Let's go away. You know that man? Yes, he's my grandfather. The one I asked you all to watch over. I know this is hard to believe, but Nina draws something out of her pocket. It's a picture of a handsome man with slick black hair providing the finest of suits. The gentleman in the picture has a different air to him, one of wealth and power, none of which reflects at all on the current Henry Mortimer. It's almost as if looking at two different people. This isn't much to go by, but believe me, they're the same person. Then why does he look so young? It happened a few nights ago. On the way to get a cup of water when I heard loud thuds coming from my grandfather's room. I was worried that something fell over, so I went to go check. When I opened the door, I found him collapsed on the ground. I wished to help him up, but when I did, he looked so different. He had the same clothes that my grandpa wore that night, and his face, I recognize his face. It's younger. So many things were rushing through my head at the moment, yet I knew he felt familiar to me. I know it sounds bizarre the more I talk about it, but that's what happened. Also, the same night I found that letter. It was next to him, already opened. I'm sorry again for all of this. No matter who I went to, they either said something was wrong with me or my family. With everything going on, maybe they're right. The pools of water, the letters, lures at our desk. Been knowing the signs for years, I'm just blindly hoping things will get better if I find solutions on my own. But that's not enough anymore. Maybe my family is really cut. No, they're not. Curses aren't real. Detective? I think we can we easily get too involved in believing that sort of thing exists. In truth, the ones who fixate on it make it that reality. Rumors, doubts, lies. All those things are what they want to become real. Deep-rooted emotions like that can't possibly be healed or fixed right away. But like a curse, those emotions drag other people down with them. Personally, I think you're caught up in all of this. But I assure you, we'll see this through. For you and Mr. Mortimer. Yeah, he's a bit young though. Thank you. Good. Now, our first priority is to find out more about Lewis. You know, I'd like to you showed us back at the agency. Do you have it with you? Ah, yes, it's here. Do you mind if I borrow it for a bit? I will be sure to give it back. Of course, but what are you going to do with it? I searched everything on that letter and I still couldn't come up with clues. Ah, I'll be using it as a reference or a guide, if you will. I think I discussed much about the process. Tracy gets no, haha. Oh, of course. I'll check upstairs. Noah, you, and Colby will check the ground floor. Got it. While they leave to do their own investigations, Hugo grabbed hold of Noah's shoulder. He leans in close enough for Nina not to not hear. Keep a close eye on Mr. Mortimer and Nina. Especially Nina. I don't have to be dragged any more than she already is. Whatever happens, keep her safe. Hugo, you... fine, but remember, yell for me, okay? I know. Thank you, Noah. I'm counting on you. You too, boy. I find another time, Hugo then goes towards the staircase and heads upstairs. Noah says for a moment longer at Hugo's back before he disappears into the first floor, then turns to look at Colby. Well, it's time to get to work. Right, Colby? Bark. Investigation is start. The job is to look around the area for objects to proceed story. Use arrows or arrow keys to move to a different area. Allies will appear on a clickable object. On the right, on the top right is a hint button. Click it will highlight. Click it will highlight any object you miss. Woof woof. Mr. Motor was mostly by the corner of the room. And his gaze nearly leaves the rain. Maybe the rain is important. A large bookstore stands close to the entryway. It contains a couple of the albums and a few phone books. Did I miss something? Oh, flower. A delicate arrangement of violets and ripe roses. They seem to be fresh and fairly new. Why are all the paintings covered up? Did I miss anything? Oh, it will appear one by one then. An old rotary dial telephone. It looks like it's still in good use. Frames decorating the walls are covered in white sheets, veiled with a thin lining of dust on top of each one. Wow, there's so many paintings covering the walls. Are there more like this all over the house? Yes, my grandfather commissioned many back in the day, but sadly he doesn't do that anymore. Neither can't help but notice the paintings are covered. How come? I did that. I covered them up for my grandfather's sake. For his sake? Yes, he was pretty obsessed with them, you see. The times he would murder him to himself and would just stare at the paintings for days on end. It worried me so much that I had to cover them all. Since then he hasn't stared at any of them, he just sits quietly, looking outside. I see. About the paintings, I also noticed they all have a similar theme. They all had water in them. Well, this isn't a coincidence since you told us before, but if there's anything you know, anything at all, then please tell me. No, can I ask you a question first? Ah, sure, go ahead. Do you believe in mermaids? Mermaids? That was the most out of pocket. That was out of pocket. That's the most out of pocket thing I've ever heard. Bro, what do you mean mermaids? Oh, I suppose I do. Why? Casting her gaze onto the floor, Nina anxiously fidgets and tightly clasps her hands together. She then briefly sighs and continues. Well, there's a story, or rather, more like a fairy tale that my family has passed down. A family fairy tale? Yes, it feels like one to me. It's about a fishman who fell in love with a mermaid. Every day and night, he would go to the shore to gaze at her beauty. One day she vanished, leaving him confused and heartbroken. Determined, he would sail many seas for a chance to see her again. Sailing from coast to coast, new lands beyond and back he would go. Not long after, fortune followed him all throughout his journey and made him one of the wealthiest and most highly respected in his village. However, despite all the wealth he gained through his travels, he never found the mermaid again. It would only be a dream, nothing more. That's it? That's the end of the story. It doesn't end happily, but I guess there was a lesson behind all of it. I just never understood it. What do you think happened to the mermaid? That's an exaggeration, and yet I can't help but wonder. That's hard to say. I just feel bad for both of them. Huh? To be honest with you, I'm not a fan of sad endings. For me, I would wish the fishman and the mermaid could see each other again. At least that's what I think. Even though they weren't meant to be with each other? Yeah, I think so at least. I want to imagine going through a journey all by myself. It's hard being alone. A journey all by yourself? 11:38 p.m. Mortimer Street. After searching vigorously through each of the rooms, he knew his findings would eventually demur. This is it. He walks towards the nearest lampshade and stretches it on. Dimly illuminated, he sees the extent of how lavish the part of the house is. From the customized window drapes to the vintage furnishings, everything here excludes that extravagance. But much like the interior he has seen so far, he finds this one in particular reeks of it. Passes from wall to wall, a gloom lingers. It's as if the room itself is mouldering, despite its preserved nature. Is this his room? Oh, let's turn this thing off. An old photo of lost time, a sweet summertime memory of a little girl with a beloved grandfather. Oh, papers? Scattered pieces of paper, or forgotten, lie forgotten on the cold floor. Heavy etched markings are found scrawled all over the papers. Atop the fireplace, unblemished and unmarked by time, has a curious and familiar painting of a beautiful woman floating in the water. Floating? The pristine pearl white tea set sits patiently by, untouched and unused for quite some time. Right, you know this one? A classic wooden chair slides at the foot of the canopy bed. Its lock still firmly holds, safeguarding whatever is inside. Oh. A meticulously organized set of academic books, ranging from non-fiction to geography, all on display, however hidden away beyond a vast collection of some chosen fairy tales, all carefully kept. So they really like fairy tales, huh? Wait, which one did I miss? Oh, the book? Okay. Another bound journal rests on the edge of the table. Its pages are torn out so haphazardly that the binding itself is starting to fall out. I need to hurry. I don't want to stay here for too long. What's it say? 11:50 p.m. 20 minutes later. What the fuck are you doing? He searches and searches, and still there's no sign of Lewis. To Hugo, even if there's a fragment, a single thread to that person, to their real selves, he could find them. But there was nothing. Huh. Not one thing pertaining to him. It's as if the thought of Lewis barely exists at all. What is going on? I clearly sense our present from before, but it's gone again. Damn it, I wish I had more time. No, calm down, it has to be here. Just need to focus. Once again, retracing every step and every little detail, hoping that he'll overlook something. He knows all he knows is that there's one tangible thing that connects him, that ever so close to his space, and most of all to Henry, is a letter. It was a promise of love, all delicately etched onto the page, but tainted with a powerful and dark emotion that has been festering for too long. Tainted. The very thought of all of this, Hugo believed that whoever Lewis was, they were the ones responsible. He thought he could find them and convince them to stop their haunting for good, to bring them peace and to move on. However, this isn't the case anymore. The natural force that binds everyone so closely together in this family is not the cause of the angry spirit. No, it's something far more devious than that. He takes a letter from the envelope and he lets it change within. Bearing a foreboding threat at the bottom of the page, it looks like a regular letter, or rather, what it once was, a sad and tragic love. Oh shit! Were they in love? Is this a sad time? Is this not happy times? Huh? You can't comment, then I understand. Things have gone more complicated with your mother ever since she found out about us, right? Oh, I'm sorry, Henry, for everything. It's to see you so torn up like this. I'll never hurt you or drag you along with me. If this is to be our farewell, then can I ask you one last favor? Can you keep my locket? I know it's selfish of me, but I'd like you to have it. I'll be happy to know it's safe with you. My heart will forever be yours, Henry. With you, love always, Lewis. So this was a true letter. A small warmth emanates from the paper, wrapping closely around his fingers, quiet and soothing. The fragment Hugo was searching for. Lewis, I'm sorry. You're also a victim of all of this too. Please, if you can hear me, I need your help. Well, one day the sound of a click can be heard across the bedroom, as if something unlocked itself. Hugo turns his head towards the sound and sees a chest. Well, thank you, man! Unlike the other furniture, it's dark and rustic features have not been retained well, left to rot on its own. So then he stops at the sound of his voice, a sweet voice whispering to him, beckoning him towards the fireplace. Come here, my dear, sweet boy. Let's not go. Let's save it, actually. I feel like if we go to the painting, we'll die, so let's maybe try and get that ending first. Go to the painting. Oh. The mountain by the fireplace is a painting of a beautiful woman floating on water. I thought it was a weird description. Her pale skin was incandescent, brilliantly prominent against the contrast of the dark, murky waters that keep her bound to the canvas. Hugo stares intently at the picture, an emphatic swell of sobs beneath him. Disarming his very senses and forcing him to inch closer, surrendering himself to the sweet song. Poor thing, how lonely you must feel. You're a lot like him. Is he moving? Like Henry. As Hugo pushes closer and closer to the painting, his mind screams to when he sees it. He can finally see beyond the facade he portrays for what the painting truly is. But don't worry. We can take away that sadness. Is it a mermaid? What is that a skeleton? A deformed creature, mermaid. Oh, well. First above the surface, a voice whispers. Ultralight eyes stare back, boring deeply into his eyes. Her skin is melting, bleeding heavily, this black ichor as it gushes out from the canvas. Some of it's lost a hit, not only the floor, but as Hugo as well. The black fish's tar clings persistently onto him, and resist as it continues to pile up. Then he feels it. A dream initially to this thing. A deep sense of longing rushes through him, snuffing out what little control he had left. Trying embracing this nature. To come home. Take my hand. A hesitation, Hugo reaches out his hand while his body leans in closer to the mermaid. She grabs and pulls him in. Then once looking back, he dives and falls after her, returning to nothing. Even through paintings, there's still a bad end beyond the painting. Now let's look at the achievements. Push the painting. That's really cool. This is really cool. I'm so happy. This is really cool. That's lured. That's like, no, stay focused, Hugo. I'll let it get to me. Preparing himself, he heads towards the chest and opens it. I want to finish the game at least once. Inside, scrambling together a bunches of notebooks and small trinkets. Hugo continues to rummage through when he stumbles across an old newspaper article. Young man found dead by the lake. Huh? An unidentified young man was found on the morning of exercise, 3 days prior to his death, according to the police. Ruled as suicide, police have claimed that the troubled youth had drowned himself. This is a tragic loss. An unfortunate event indeed, someone comments. No claims of his body had been made yet. Anyways. By the corner of Hugo's eye, he spots a bright glint buried beneath the glitter. Reaches for it. Oh no! A locket of brilliant gold shines unblemished, retaining a timeless luster. Inside is safeguarded a picture of a young man with glasses, smiling brightly. This must be the locket that I was talking about. It's so pretty. I'm surprised it still shines like this. This picture, deep, but does it? No, it might have been Henry. But why do you store it right like this? What should I do? I don't stop giving me options, guys. Let's just take the locket. I should probably want to do this for now. Take it to him, please. Lewis? A gentle but distant plea echoes in Hugh's heart. A forgotten ache of yearning and regret grips him deeply. Feelings of his own start to rise like small ripples on the pond, wanting to be found again and remembered. Don't worry, I'll bring it to him. I'll make sure of it. He was about to put everything back into his chest when he feels a wet unconscious crawling up his leg. What? Water? A pool of water relentlessly spreads across the floor, while he's seeping into the chest. Damn it, no! Said light to the earth. A scream is heard followed by a myriad of shouts. He goes about to call out to Noah, but stops at the sight of pale feet before him. Oh, are you the guy who drowned? Lewis? Looky, can you stop this, please? Looming over himself, there's a tall and ominous figure. His face is shrouded in complete darkness, devoid of any human emotion. He appears as a young man, but Hugo knows that is far from it. No, this very thing is trying to imitate a human form. Trying to be human. Hugo can only stare back. By his fear, he is forced to watch the horror as it slowly creeps towards him. It's just like before, the sensation of someone staring at him from within. But this time it's drawing nearer, inching ever so closely. The words to call out to Colby or Noah fail to reach out. Large in his throat, he struggles in pain. Please don't show his face, this is going to be scary. But his breathing shallow, he tries to force his body to move. Then it stops. Looking at Hugo, filled with nothing but malice and contempt, it speaks. What's up? Don't get in my way. All of a sudden, the door to the bedroom slams shut and the entity disappears. What about my locket, bro? The tension from his body finally releases its agonizing grip and he grasps desperately for air. His vision blurs and his breathing is haggard. He staggers towards the door. He hit the handle several times but it's tightly jammed. Fuck. Noah! Colby! The day he's only greeted with silence at the other end of the door. Damn it! From distance he hears the sound of Colby's relentless barking as he gets further away from the house. Hugo rushes towards the window. He tries to pry it open, but just like the door, a heavy force prevents him from doing so. So, like being underwater. His breathing is slow and drawn out. As if being dragged away down by this thing. Fuck this! Currently looking around the room, he spots a nearby chair. Around moments sooner, Hugo grabs a chair and starts to strike the window. Bit by bit, the window cracks get larger with each blow, splitting off smaller pieces. What the hell is this thing made of? So trying to catch his breath, he musters all his strength he has left for a final blow. Damn you, just break already. Picking out the remaining glass shards, Hugo peers his head out to see any railing he could grab a hold of. But he discovers instead that the wall Jason is covered in ivy. Despite how heavy the rain has drastically become, he reaches out for it, grabbing a handful of vines. Carefully, he climbs out the window, gripping tightly and carefully making sure he doesn't lose his footing. It's his luck, the patch of vines he clutches starts to tear away from the wall. At desperation, he struggles to find his grip on another, but fails when his hands slip out of reach. Shit. Climbing wildly as he loses his grip on the ivy, he crashes down on the thicket of bushes. Air falls out of him, he heaves uncontrollably, trying to even out his breathing. But even that is laborious. Immense pain spreads out across not only his back, but his entire body. God, I'm getting too old for this. Although his body screams out in pain, he forces himself up. There's still time, I can do this, I have to do this. With staggering feet and haggard breathing, he makes his way to the place where it all started. To the lake, where the tragedy starts and ends. Oh no, lake? I don't know what time it is. Barely entering through the park, Hugo calls out to Colby and Noah. Colby, Noah, where are you? He hears faintly the sounds of barking echoes of people yelling in the distance. He rushes towards the echoes, guiding him through the downpour. With his heart racing and the blood rushing to his head, he finds his way to the lake. Drawing closer, he sees Nina giving chase to her grandfather. Unfortunately, she doesn't get too far as Noah stops her. Hey, Grandpa, stop! Grandpa! Let me go, my grandpa, he's... No, Nina, it's dangerous, you'll get hurt too. I don't care, I don't want to lose anyone anymore. Is that an instant Hugo trudges across the water, against the water, pursuing a Nina's dead. Hugo? No, don't. Peace falls left to his ears, living the whines and worried cries of his partner will make him turn back. Determined he forges ahead. Nearing the deep end of the lake, he sees Henry Mortimer gazing directly at the abyss. Looks even more frail and disheveled than before. As if his life he's lived up until this point has been to fray, draining every ounce of himself, and spreading it all to the lake. Before Henry could lean in, Hugo reaches out and tugs at his arm. Mr. Mortimer, listen to me. Nothing's waiting for you down there, so please come back to the shore with me. Motionless and unresponsive, he stares deeply into the water. The haze of his eyes is still obscure and persistent. There's so many things we can't afford to lose in our lives, and you're one of them. To Nina, you're all she has left. He needs you, Mr. Mortimer. Hugo felt it. A slight jolt from Henry's arm as it stood for the mention of Nina. Oh no. He slowly turns to face Hugo. Nina. However, just as cool and violent as storm, Henry jerks back, pushing his arm away from Hugo's hold on him. No, this is all of this my fault. If only I got to Lewis sooner, then none of this would have happened. He was waiting for me. Was patient with me, and yet of all the things I've done, I chose my family over him. He's gone because I didn't pick him. Harry backs over further away from the shoreline. Mr. Mortimer. His manic eyes never straying away from Hugo as he keeps his distance from him. Yes, I'm sorry. I was the one who dragged you into this. You deserve so much more, and I wish... Harry struggles over his words. He clasps tightly to his shirt, his throat dry and torn from all that he's bottled up. For all those repressed and silent years of just waiting. Wait for this curse to finally take him. I wish I had gone with you that night, Lewis. Sir, even if you still cover that wish, it wouldn't resolve anything. Not for you or Lewis. I believe you wrote to you all those years ago. Huh? I understood if you didn't want to come see him. The thing is, Mr. Mortimer, Lewis never thought anything less of you. He said so in his letters to you. Huh? His letters. For the longest time I wanted to believe that he hated me for that, resented me for that choice. At least I thought it was easier for me to think that way. How long has it been since I talked to him? It's been long, sir. But that's why you don't have to shoulder all that pain by yourself anymore. You can talk about it. About you and Lewis. All of it together. Hugo extends not only his hand to him, but a promise. A promise that Henry had learned for so long, ready to forgive himself. He hesitates at first, but a fool believes in a deserved forgiveness. Such a thing doesn't exist. And yet, despite everything, Hugo still reaches out to him, to a stranger. Maybe he can be forgiven. Just as you're about to reach out for Hugo, a hand slithers around Henry instead. Oh, what? That's not... His arms unnaturally contort around him, while his head perches on his shoulder. This thing. Thus, Lewis is no longer pretending to be human. With piercing gold-green eyes, it glares directly at Hugo. Oh, wait, it changed. His eyes changed. It's no longer green, mocking him, cursing him, wishing nothing but despair. We can be saved. We can be forgiven. Huh? There's only one true way out of this. I will share with you the most happiest of endings. Before Hugo could reach out for Henry's hand, he disappears into the water. Mr. Mortimer! Hearing the anguished cries and desperate pleas, Hugo dives in after him, into the abyss. You gotta wake up, bro. You gotta wake up. Huh? Touching the icy waters, Hugo feels shocks running rampant throughout his body. Like spikes continuously piercing from his legs to the tips of his fingers. Fiercely and unyielding. His fist tightens and his heart races as he begins to kick his legs. Depending whichever way he goes, he'll find his way to Henry. Swimming deeper and deeper in, he sees faintly a figure slowly descending into the darkness. Huh? As he finally gets close to Henry, a long, snake-like arm stretched out across the void and grab Hugo's neck, finally squeezing all the air out of him. He tries desperately to wrench his hands away. But with each struggle, Hugo's movements begin to weigh heavier and heavier. Lewis, where are you, Lewis? He was looking for Lewis. Huh? Digging deep into the coat's pocket, he grasped tightly in his hand the locket that Henry kept and had long forgotten, holding it out as it shines ever so brightly in the dark. Ah, there you are. Lewis is grip on Hugo inside reaches out for the locket. Taking at a chance, he drops the chain and kicks with all his might to grab Henry's arm. With his heart and body screaming in pain, he swims desperately to the surface. Almost there. I just have to... The lights from the surface begin to blur. Hugo makes one last attempt to reach for it. Doesn't run out and his energy spent. This is all he can do. Before he loses consciousness, he notices a figure swimming towards them, getting closer and closer. And then everything fades to black. Huh? Where are we? Drifting along with what feels like an endless sea, Hugo courses through wave after wave, not knowing where he's going or caring for that matter. But he notices that he's very, very tired. How long has it been since a good night's rest? Ah, it's been too long. Maybe we should take that rest now. I like that so much. I agree that you deserve it, but not here. Huh? That's overstyling you. I just want to see you one last time before I go. Lewis. You done so much for me and Henry. I can't thank you enough. No worries. I wanted to thank you too for watching over me. And also, I apologize for my box from before. I thought I figured things out. I had things figured out once I found you, but you know how well that turned out for me. It's alright, really. After all this time, I didn't think anyone would hear me, especially Henry. Lewis. I was worried about him for a long time. He always wanted to keep me away from his personal struggles, keep me safe from them. But I was too stubborn for my own good. Honestly, I don't regret it, any of it. If I could no longer reach out to Henry, fate weaved his thread back to you. As Handren connects us once more. Oh no, this very moment. And for that, I am forever grateful for you, Hugo. You're welcome, Lewis. From a far off distance, Hugo hears a voice crying out for him, beckoning for him to return. Oh, they're waiting for you. I guess really are, huh? Take care always, Hugo. You too, Lewis. Wait, so who's that thing trying to search for him? Like, is it Henry's, like guilt? I don't know. With his eyes closed and his senses still returning, he feels the contact tugs and licks of a certain bloodhound. Vanessa tries to wake up his partner. Hugo. He also hears another familiar voice, too annoyingly close for comfort. Eyes shut right open, he jerks up. Confused, Hugo looks around before he gushes the remaining water in his lungs. Are you alright? Noah slots upon his back while Colby continues to run over Hugo. What happened? Where's Mr. Mortimer? He's safe, so is Nina. They're both okay. The police and ambulance should be arriving soon. Thank goodness. Is there more you have to say to me? So thank goodness. I say, don't listen to 𝕊𝕬𝕟𝕗𝕗. I'm sorry, Noah. It's just that he lets out a sigh. He then continues to pat Hugo's back aggressively when someone pushes them. Is that Laurent? Oh, Nina. There's someone I want you to meet. Behind her stands an elderly man. Oh, Ben's letter, he timidly looks to the side, pensively punishes himself. Although his youth has long faded, his eyes were what catches Hugo's attention. They are a piercing and vicious green. Only eyes, just like Nina's. Hello, Mr. Middleman. Detective. I never got the chance to say goodbye to him. I was thought about it every day. What if Lewis lived on in this world? Or he stayed a little longer with me? Because of that constant mindset, I dragged everyone else down. I kept hurting not only me, but Nina especially. I was the one who kept hurting her, the one to blame for all this. But you, someone that I never met, someone on your way to save me. Not only my burdens or my faults. Thank you. Hugo reaches out to Henry and smiles right at him. It's my pleasure, sir. What the frick back? Before he goes, Henry takes out Hugo's hands one last time. I hope that someday you two will overcome it. Huh? Yeah, we still have some problems to do with. Like, what the green voice before? The next day, 8 AM. Well, good morning, Hugo. You're bright and early. Good morning. In much favor and haste, Hugo seems writing on the notepad. Although by closer inspection, he looks like he's going to combust any minute. Are you writing up a report? By looking up, Hugo responds back. Yeah, for the most part. You seem to write yours too. I will. But since I haven't had breakfast yet, I don't like eating by myself. Oh, it's full circle. It's going back full circle. Alright. We have a circular, non-linear, Sorry, I don't know, narrative. Let me guess. 2 is better than 1? Bingo. Wow, Hugo, you're really catching on. I'm so proud of you. Oh, I sure will. I said, if I had fallen out of a goddamn window, maybe my report would have been shorter. Before Noah could begin to cut the bacon, he paused at the mention of Hugo's report. Oh, yeah, by the way, mind telling me what happened to the motorist window? I broke it. Well, it's obvious to me. What I don't understand is, why is it broken? You know how much it costs to repair a window like that? I know. That was really dumb of me. I'm sorry. Besides, I don't want to know what to do about it before he left. Honestly, I was expecting an earful from him, and also the bill, and surprisingly enough, he said it was okay. Lucky us, right? So you just called it a day after all that. Thank you so much, Mr. Mortimer. You broke it. You pay for it. Would you chill? Of course I pay for it. But each time I keep insisting, he just shrugged it off. So we really went through a lot for them, so this is nothing in comparison. No, he's right. After we went through, we deserve a snap. Before he could walk away, he stops and sees a familiar person walking towards the storefront, carrying something with her. Come on, you two. Just barely... What the fuck? Barely a foot through the door, a closing bloodhound stares up from his resting spot and makes his way towards Nina, tail uncontrollably wagging. Good morning to you too, Colby. Nina scratches behind one of Colby's ears, making his right foot unconsciously move on its own, scratching an invisible but desirable spot for him. Good morning, Miss Nina. Good morning. Morning. What brings you here this time around? Is everything alright with your grandfather? Yes, he's doing pretty well, actually. Even better than before. We talked about so much last night, I heard he's up and all. Honestly, since Russell's last spoken so freely like that, I hardly felt her at all. That's wonderful to hear. But there is something I wanted to ask the both of you for. Apparently, I need your help. If you two aren't busy, I like some company eating these. Oh my god, thank god, oh my god, I thought something was wrong. It's like a clear plastic bag with a stack of 2 boxes placed on top of each other. She opens the box on top and reveals a colorful array of neatly decorated donuts, all lined up perfectly. They're cramped or squished spaces. A look of art in Hugo's eyes. Wow, so pretty. Donuts? It looks so delicious. I'm more than happy to eat with you, Nina. There he goes again with his donuts. But yes, please donuts, Nina. But we're about to have our breakfast too. Won't you, Kia? Also brazen in front of others. They make it exceptionally easy for me. Ugh. You both have such great chemistry with each other. Honestly, I thought I'm way too tired for this. I'm going to apologize in advance for this, Nina. But truthfully, I've been running on last night coffee and I'm about to pass on Nina now. I know where it is. Honestly, I think a little break time sounds like what we all need right now. Thanks. He puts down his pen and proceeds to head for his couch. Kobe follows after him. Would you like to join us, Miss Nina? Oh, let's do. We can see the safeties for later then. Yes, we do. No, come on, it's not time. Noah sighs heavily before sitting down on the food on his desk. He gestures Nina towards the sofa in which she happily takes and often joins them. Group nap time. Fuck, I'm getting cold. I mean, you're old. Shut up. This is really nice. Oh, good boy, Colby, come here. Noah quietly coos at him and begins to scratch at the back of Colby's ears once more. He leans a little closer to Noah, his voice above a whisper, but close enough for Noah to only hear him. You know, I'm glad you thought you came along yesterday. Oh, what's this? Are you getting chummy with me now? Call me chummy or whatever, but I really mean it. You gotta stay with us back there. Look, I told you before. I'll be there wherever you get yourself to reckless shit. Besides, didn't you say it was nap time? Get some rest, you deserved it. You too. The calming silence fills the room as they bask under the morning glow. The big party, the celebrations. He shivers company and sharing the small reward. A small and warm comfort. Oh my god! Good end case closed. Achievement unlocked. Okay, let's get the bad ending when we leave the locket. I think it's best to put it back for now. Water flowing into his lungs as vision begins to blur. The cold number spreads. Tired and motionless, he watches on as the abyss draws near, swallowing him, embracing him. Let's share this happy ending together. Oh, that's not... Oh, was that a face? He feels nothing. His body radiates and floating for who knows how long. It's cold, so very cold. How long has it been since he felt like this? The empty feeling of just not being here or anywhere. It's comforting and nostalgic. Maybe, just maybe, this isn't so bad after all. I think this is for the best. Oh no, it's far, far from over, Hugo. Huh? After all, you said so yourself. See, the things you do come with a price, right? And oh, what a hefty price has been paid for this stupid little bender. Huh? So get up, Hugo. You're far from having a happy ending. Oh, Hugo. He still sees me? Hugo's eyes shut right open, his vision disoriented with a blur. He tries to focus on Noah's voice, a violent tide bursts from within him as he coughs out the remaining water in his lungs. He felt Noah's hand rub against his back, anchoring him and checking to see if he was alright. Deep down, there's something far more concerning about at the moment. Where's Mr. Mortimer? I'm sorry, Hugo. Huh? I tried going back in the water after I fetched you, but the paramedics stopped me. The room is too cold and dangerous to head back in. No, it can't be. I'm sorry, Hugo. No, God, please, God, no. He can't hear the rest of it. His body trembled as his hands clasped tightly together in a fervent prayer, wishing for a miracle to happen before them, to have Mr. Mortimer return to them, finally safe from harm. With a silent wrist, a small and glaring impossible wish no one could answer. There's no kindness in the sunrise, only the gut-wrenching wails of a woman by the shore, pleading to any god who can save her grandfather. But no matter how many would try to search for the water, they wouldn't be able to find him. There's no one left to save anymore. This will wash up forgotten tale of a man and his mermaid. As Hugo tries to stifle his cry and soothe the lump lodged deeply in his throat, he hears it. A laugh, a cruel and heartless laugh, echoes from across the lake, mocking him, cursing him. A harrowing and merciless victory for this curse. A curse? It was a curse after all. Right end of Mama's tale. Was it? I'm not too sure what the guy was. How do I? Oh, there's a Steam page. Maybe it's on the Steam page? Huh? Hugo's apartment, 12 a.m. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, what the fuck? 29 when Hugo and Colby arrive back home. Hugo he took it out from the remaining assorted mess left behind for himself. What the fuck? I don't know why. Oh my god. I don't know why I read it like that. Lazily sheds off his coat and shoes while Colby heads straight towards his bed. He goes right toward the unloaded boxes and cramped spaces, one by one. Hugo strips down his outside clothes and switches to a regular shirt and sweatpants he found lying around. He plops down on the couch with his head laid back and his eyes closed as he lets out a heavy sigh, losing all the tension left in his body. A day done and gone, right, Colby? Besides him, he hears faintly the rhythmic, delayed breathing of the loud companion. He was already falling deep into sleep. I wish I could fall asleep. I wish I could fall asleep quickly like you, buddy. He gently pats Colby's head. Good night, Colby. Thanks for today. He does one final stretch before he repositions himself to lie down on the couch. Do you not have a bed? Take out the blanket by his feet and wrapping it around him. His body begins to relax as the breathing falls into a similar cadence, allowing the warmth to gather and hug him closely, all snug and safe by the draft from the window. As he begins to slowly drift further and further off into slumber, he feels something. A slight chill grazing just above the base of his neck, never touching, but distinctly present all the same. Though his senses are too dull and lax to properly focus on the sensation, he does, however, huddle closer into the blanket, hoping the chill will go away. Then he hears the front door to his flat shut so sharply, so harshly, as if it was someone or something. I wish in with enough force that he left the room had shaken a little. No, Hugo's right awake. Oh, you're not supposed to be here. He tries to get up and face the intruder head on, but stops to realize one terrible thing. He can't move at all. The other comfort from the blanket he felt moments ago, this should be. His own body locks in a deep slumber, leaving behind his very consciousness to be fully awake, to be deathly afraid of this revealing presence. He struggles to move the muscles in his face, trying desperately to call out to his partner to get his attention. Colby. But despite his efforts in uttering his companion's name, he is met with no response. In fact, he can't hear or feel Colby anywhere near him. There's a raging, erratic tempo of his heart drumming in his ears as he lies there defenseless, vulnerable, all at the mercy of this thing. Then he hears it. The sound of feet. Okay, The sound of feet dragging across the wooden floorboards, dragging closer and closer towards him. No, not again. He wants to run far, far away from it, until he feels the fiery tempest within him burn his lungs, leaving him scorched and choking on ash. Anywhere but here. He shuts his eyes tight and begins to steady his uneven breathing, hoping that wherever this nightmare is, he can wake from it. He has to. However, everything comes to a halt when he suddenly feels the same chill once more, this time tingling all over his back, persistently hovering over him. He knows it's here. Something near to him is unbearable. His breath hitches as he feels this intense prickling feeling at hand. Having so close above his head he can feel it. He wants to hide away forever, but he can't. This frightening thing that has been following him, stalking him, taunting him for years that will not rest until he gives in his own curse. All of a sudden his phone rings. He can spell a little off from him, he can move again. His eyes darted straight toward in the direction where the person's coat should be, hoping to chance a peek, just a glance at the thing that haunts him. But there's no one. Only the moonshine reflected from the windows, piercing through the shadow. His eyes shut once again at where Colby should be. And he found the bloodhound to be there, alert by the sudden ringing of his phone and also Hugo, who looks more disheveled than rendered out. He takes a deep breath. Turning his heart as he takes the phone in his hand and answers. Hugo, I'm so sorry to call late at night. I've had to ask you about the festival that's coming up in a few weeks. I was wondering if you'd like to come with me. And he said you don't really care for outdoor stuff, but I promise you it's gonna be fun. Hugo, are you there? Yeah, sorry. No, I'm here. I just, This is a no, right? No, I meant no to your, no, I'm sorry, I'm a mess. What I meant to say was, yes, I'd like to go with you to the festival. Oh, wow. I'm a bit surprised, but happy nonetheless. Well, I don't want to keep you from getting your hard underwear, so I'm going to end the call. Wait, Noah. Hugo, you're right. Can you stay a little longer on the line with me? We can talk about anything, I just need company right now. Of course, Hugo. I can stay on the line with you. Thank you, Noah. You know what I think about? I did just pastime for sure. I was thinking maybe we should just move in together. I know you're back to your braids and stuff. Wonderful. Well, doesn't that sound like a perfect plan? I can cook, Colby loves me, and I'm good looking. See, a perfect package all in one. You really don't know when to quit, huh? Nope, not all. I can be quite stubborn, remember? You're a doubt the most stubborn man ever. There was a momentary silence between them before the pair fell into a fit of laughter, filling the room with a warm and bright feeling. He could bounce back into the warmth of his blanket, letting the heat pool once more around him, surrounding him, protecting him. To remind him that he is here with people who love and accept him all the same. Reminder of comfort in the darkest night. That's so cute. True end in the dead of night. We continue. Thank you for playing. Thank you for making the game. Alright. Gallery. Okay, we got everything. So we got everything. Musical. Thank you. Thank you for playing. Okay. Cutscenes. Is that one? That one? Oh, that guy. Oh, he's so cool. And then the piston. And then that's cute. And then oh no. And then painting. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, bro, drowning. Okay, backgrounds. Oh, backgrounds are so nice. I don't know how they. People who draw backgrounds are like my like. How do you do that? Ooh. I love the different atmospheric changes. Sprite sheet. Annoyed. Aberrated. Service spell. Happy. Could be happy. Serious. Startled. Frustrated. Playful. Service spell. Service smile. Cheerful. Wink. Defeated. Serious. Startled. Frustrated. Distressed. Crying. Relieved. Hysteric, happy, neutral, surprise, sleep. Oh, these are the sketches. Oh, there's different like. By Colby. Oh, that's so cute. Concept by Henri. This is Lewis, I think. Colby. Oh, and his curse. Oh, that's so cute. That's my Orta, the guy. Oh, fancy guy. The Gallic, and then Lewis, and then Colby. Then Tagalog, and then we got window. What's my Sasa? Oh shit, we're gonna be late. Oh, that's so cute. Oh, that's so cute. Oh, that's so cute. Oh, commercial artwork. Thank you for support. Oh, happy Halloween. Thank you. Still, what do they say? Happy New Year. Oh, that's so cute. That artwork is. Oh my god, the death notes. Okay, Henri. Hello again, this is Henri. It's been a while, hasn't it? I hope this finds you well. We're so close to the end of the year. I feel like time went by so quickly. For the past 2 years, I've read so much of people's comments and messages for this little game of ours. To be honest, I was surprised. We see so much love and support from so many different people. Maybe to seeing people's fanarts and communities of a game has always. Oh my god! Always left a warmth that I carry even now. Still, so to me, was only supposed to be pitched apart into a story I was developing on the spot. But hearing people want to see our detective boys continue their work has definitely become a strength and drive to deliver. So here we are. But wait a minute. After 2 years of not touching the game and finally going back to update it, I had a hard time looking through it. There was so much I wanted to write and so much I wanted to elaborate on. I went a little crazy trying to figure out exactly what I need to work on, but I knew for certain. I wanted to say the feedback I received from people's comments and apply most of it to this update. Whether I achieved that is something that I can't say for sure, but I still had fun in the end regardless. All in all, this experience has definitely fueled me to make more cases of a detective boy, so please look forward to that. Finally, thank you again for playing on Remaster of Stillwater, and I hope you stick around for more to come. Oh my god, thank you! This game is so cool. The artwork is amazing. I'm like looking. Oh, this is for the person. Okay, what's up? Heyo, also here. I'm the sprite artist and UI designer of Stillwater. I hope you're all been well. Working on this project again felt like deja vu. Mostly nostalgic, a tiny bit embarrassing at times. Making Hugo look more like a Muppet or a lip flap was fun here. Which has happened since Stillwater's original release. We were overrun by the warm reception and feedback for the game. As thanks to the support and love of the game, we pushed ourselves to make a definite vision of Stillwater to showcase the game in its fullest potential. Thank you for playing Stillwater Remastered, and I hope you stick around for the next one. Sasa. Reboot, hi, hey! Oh my god! This is the Filipino one, guys. I'm in charge of color design and backwards of Stillwater. I was so nostalgic to revisit our best ever game for this remaster. Based on the original Game Jam version in 2021, we opened wonderful opportunities for our team. So the light to return and realize it to how we had always imagined it to be was unmanageable. I hope you enjoyed playing Stillwater and look forward to more spooky adventures with Hugo Laurent. Yes, I am. I am very excited. 004. Hi, this is 004. Wow, it's been 2 years since Stillwater and Studio Clump was born. Feels like it was only yesterday when I was cramming all night through the MP documentation as they still do today. I'm frankly thankful to Stillwater and the Studio Clump for helping me realize my dreams as a game developer and opening doors to many opportunities. It couldn't be done without Studio Clump and all their players. Thank you, everyone. I hope I improved a little more in the art of visual art novel directing. I hope that everyone enjoys Stillwater Remastered. May Hugo, Noah, and Colby may come back for a sequel. We can play again. Thank you for making the game. I'm so happy. Alright, let's look at the credits. Studio Clump. Stillwater Remastered. Henry 𝕤𝕤𝕤𝕤𝕤, writer. Ota, sprite CG artist, UI designer. Sasa BG/CG artist, color designer. Z04. These are all Twitter or X. Programmer item/BG artist. Music and SFX. Presence of music. H/mix gallery. Zap splat assets. MP wave rendering. Kinetic text tags. Caption tool for RenP. RenP all-in-one UI template. RenP action editor. Fonts. Andrea Delta. Andrea Media Delta. Toy for fun. To shooter and regular. Beta text testers. Ring. Major laws. Hard-boiled egg 98. Q2 with us. Crying for Roji Sky. Made in RenP 8.1.3. Made originally for Spirited 3rd Annual Visual Novel Jam 2021. And they got into a full game. This is really cool. I'm looking at the jam. I love game jams. Alright. That was really cool, guys. I love this way this game is like, I don't know, like, it's so like fluid, you know? I think that makes sense because of water, but it's just so, it's seamless, you know? I don't know how to describe it. But yeah, so water. It's a really cool game. I'm actually not sure what the red text was. Maybe I'm just not that good at media literacy, but I am still not sure what the I think it might have been like guilt or something. I don't know, guys. Maybe it's guilt, maybe it's like things that are haunting you. I don't know. But that's the end of today's video. Thank you all for watching. That was Stillwater. Say goodbye to Master. Say goodbye to Master. Fuck no. Okay. Say goodbye to Master. Goodbye.